Perplexity AI has released an embedding model, and that is what we are going to install in this video. This model is a compact 600 million parameter multilingual text embedding model, which is built on top of Qwen 3.6 billion base model. The model, despite of its size, is punching very well above its weight. On real-world benchmarks, as you can see here, on Miracle Multilingual Retrieval Benchmark, this has actually outperformed the much larger its own pplx-embed V1 4 billion and has beaten Qwen 3 embedding across all language benchmarks and other subsets. So, before I talk further about its architecture and how exactly they have created it, let's get the installation underway. I am going to use this Ubuntu system. I have one GPU card NVIDIA RTX A6000 with 48 GB of VRAM. For these embedding models, you really don't need a GPU. You can easily run them onto your CPU. But if you're looking to rent a GPU or CPU or VM on very affordable price, you can find the link to Mass Compute in video's description with a discount coupon code of 50% for a range of GPUs. Let's install all the prerequisites: sentence transformer for the embedding model and the usual suspects of transformers and torch. Now while it installs this, let's talk now more about this model. So as I said, the model has outperformed various other models. It supports 32K context, and also it supports Matryoshka representation learning or MRL for flexible embedding dimensions. It also supports binary quantization for extreme storage savings and can be even deployed through sentence transformer, ONNX or Hugging Face. Now, model seems quite practical. If you look at this simple diagram, it gives you a glimpse of its architecture. It uses diffusion-based continued pre-training, which is a process that converts the original decoder only or causal transformer into a bidirectional encoder, which means the model can attend to context in both directions when reading text rather than only left to right. Now, this is very important because this bidirectional attention is paired with mean pooling to produce 1024 dimensional int8 quantized embedding natively, which makes it quite significant in terms of storage efficiency if you compare it to the relative models. Notably, it requires no instruction prefixes, which means that you can embed text directly without engineering special prompts. And there are a lot of other models which we have covered where we needed carefully crafted instruction strings to get their best performance, but not this one. So hopefully now you know much more about this model. Let's go back to our terminal to see what is happening. Almost there. And meanwhile, as I requested earlier, please like the video and also consider becoming a member. Please also follow me on X if you're looking for AI updates without any hype. Everything is installed. Now let's do the testing. And this is a script which I'm going to use in order to test this model. So you see, first up, I am loading this embedding model, and first time it also downloads it from Hugging Face. Then if you look here, I'm feeding it 5 test sentences and then converting them into embeddings or numerical vectors of 1024 dimensions each. Then it is measuring how semantically similar those sentences are to each other using cosine similarity, which primarily means checking whether the model correctly understands that sentence about curiosity are closer in meaning to each other than they are to unrelated sentences like a cat sits on the mat. As you can see here, it's a very different sentence, and then it's a different sentence than this one. So these are the curiosity one, and this is where we are going to check a sanity check that the model is working correctly on our system and on our data set. So let's go to our terminal and run it. It is downloading the model, as you can see. So it downloaded the model, it loaded the tokenizer, and then it has given us the similarity score. Now this result shows that the model is working perfectly. and behaving exactly as we expected. So what exactly is this? Embedding shape of 5 and 1024. This confirms that all the 5 sentences were successfully converted into 1024 dimensional vectors. And this is the D type, the float 32. And if you look at the similarity score, this is where we can see that the model clearly understands meaning, like scientist versus philosophy, as you can see here. This scores the highest at 0.5375. Since both are intellectually related topics, semantics are similar. Now, scientist versus children, it also scores a solid 0.50 because both sentences are fundamentally about curiosity, as you can see here. Now, on the flip side, scientist versus, you can see a cat sits here. Um, it has scored nearly 0, which makes perfect sense since they share absolutely no semantic relationship. And the same goes for stock market versus a cat sitting, where it has just scored very, very low. In short, the model is correctly pulling semantically similar sentences closer together and pushing unrelated ones apart, which is exactly what a high quality embedding model should do, and this is what it is doing. Next one is a multilinguality test because the model supports around 30 languages. So what we are testing here, as you can see, that we have one sentence which is translated into all 30 languages. The sentence is, the scientist discovered a cure for the disease after years of research, and that is in every language, as you can see here. Now I would also need your help. If your language is there, you have to confirm the results with me. And it is just, I have just put in this unrelated sentence just to check it out. Totally different one. So primarily I'm testing whether this model can understand that the exact same meaning expressed in 30 completely different languages maps to nearly the same point in vector space or not. So I'm going to take one reference sentence in English, which I just told you the scientist discovered a cure for the disease after years of research, translate it into all 30 languages. The model was trained on, embed all of them, and then measure how similar each translation is to the original English using cosine similarity. And then this unrelated pizza sentence at the bottom acts as a control baseline. So if the model is working correctly, every translation should score significantly higher than that unrelated sentence. And you should also have that sort of control in your RAG pipelines, by the way. I always use it. I will also show you the VRAM consumption while I run this thing. So I'm just going to run it. Sorry, I'll just run this while it loads the model. Let's check the VRAM consumption. It is going to spike, hopefully. If it doesn't, it is all running on CPU, which is entirely possible. The model is minuscule. There you go, just under 3 gig. That's it. So you see, this is how much it takes, easily runnable on your CPU. There you go. So you see, I just showed you it has done perfectly well. Perfectly well. All the languages it has done the translation very, very strong match, and unrelated is not. How good is that? All the scores are really good. Really, really good. A very impressive model, by the way. That's it. Quite a remarkable model, in my opinion, because it can understand human meaning across 30 languages. That's it. Please like the video and subscribe and consider becoming a member. Thank you for all the support.